a bustling, enchanted marketplace filled with rainbow-colored tents and the scent of roasted chestnuts. There lived a boy named Zain. This market was known for its strange and magical objects, and Zain loved to wander through it every chance he got. One day, he heard a mysterious rumor whispered among the market folk. Somewhere in the market lies a crystal lantern that can reveal the path to the floating island, a place where dreams become real. Zain's eyes sparkled with excitement. He had to find that lantern. He darted through the rows of peculiar stalls, past merchants selling bottles of laughter and glowing moonberries. He searched high and low until, tucked behind the curtain of shimmering beads, he found a dusty, old shop. It was dark and filled with items that glowed softly as if they were all enchanted. And there, on a shelf covered in cobwebs, was a crystal lantern. It sparkled with every color imaginable, casting dancing lights on the walls. Zain's heart raced. He reached out to touch it, but the shopkeeper, an ancient woman with eyes like glittering stars, suddenly appeared out of the shadows. "Be careful, boy," she warned in a raspy voice. "This lantern holds a key to a world full of magic and mystery. It will take you to places no one has ever dreamed of." Zain gulped but nodded bravely. "I want to go," he said. "I want to see the floating island." The shopkeeper grinned, her eyes twinkling mischievously. "Then take the lantern, boy. But remember, magic is not just fun. It can be full of surprises." Zain grabbed the lantern, feeling a shiver of excitement run through him. The moment his fingers wrapped around its handle, the lantern blazed with light, and everything around him began to swirl. The air filled with the sound of bells and chimes, and with a swoosh, Zain found himself floating in the sky, surrounded by fluffy blue clouds. In the distance, he saw it the floating island. The island was a breathtaking sight. It sparkled with towers made of crystals, lush gardens, and waterfalls that poured streams of glowing, golden water. As Zain floated closer, the air was filled with laughter and mysterious music, and strange creatures peeked out from behind the trees. Giggling fairies, singing frogs, and even a friendly dragonfly as big as a kite. Zain landed softly on the island, lantern in hand. The ground beneath him sparkled like a million diamonds, and flowers the size of umbrellas swayed and sang softly in the breeze. Suddenly, a deep voice rumbled from the ground, and a circle of stones lit up with an eerie blue glow. From within the circle rose a tall figure cloaked in mist and shadows. It had eyes like emeralds and a voice that made the leaves quiver. "Welcome to the island of dreams," the figure said mysteriously. "I am the guardian of magic, and only the brave and curious may walk this land." Zain, feeling both scared and excited, held up the lantern. "I came to explore. I heard this place is full of wonders." The guardian's eyes twinkled. "Indeed, it is. But magic is not just given. It must be earned. Follow the lantern's light, and you shall discover secrets beyond your imagination. But beware, magic can change in the blink of an eye." Zain nodded, and the lantern glowed even brighter, casting a path of shimmering light that snaked through the island's forests and hills. As Zain followed, the air filled with joyful whispers and laughter. He walked through fields of bouncing bubbles that sang when they popped and crossed bridges made of moonlight. Every corner of the island held something new and magical. Talking flowers that shared riddles, butterflies that changed into sparkly fish as they dipped into ponds, and trees that offered him glowing fruit. Each was a different magical flavor. But as Zain ventured deeper, the path grew darker and more mysterious. The lantern's light flickered, casting shadows that danced around him. The air became still, and the singing flowers turned silent. Zain's heart pounded, but he pressed on. Finally, he came to the edge of a cliff, where a giant crystal floated, radiating every color of the rainbow. It was the source of all the island's magic. Zain approached it, his eyes wide with wonder. But suddenly, the ground trembled, and the guardian reappeared, his eyes glowing fiercely. "You have come far, brave one," the guardian boomed. "But to unlock the island's greatest treasure, you must answer this. What is the true nature of magic?" Zain thought hard. He remembered all the wonders he had seen, the joy and the surprises, and then he realized it. "Magic," he said slowly, "is the power of imagination and the courage to believe in the impossible." The guardian's fierce eyes softened, and a smile spread across his face. "You are wise, young adventurer. Magic is indeed the wonder within our hearts." With those words, the crystal erupted into a shower of sparkling lights, and a treasure chest appeared at Zain's feet. Inside, he found a glowing pouch filled with golden dust. "This is dream dust," the guardian explained. "It can bring a touch of magic to your world whenever you need it." Zain beamed with joy. He held the pouch tightly as the lantern's light began to swirl around him, lifting him into the sky. In a whirl of color and sound, he found himself back in the marketplace, the lantern dimming in his hand. The shopkeeper stood there, a knowing smile on her face. "Well," she asked, "was it all you dreamed of?" Zain nodded, his heart bursting with happiness and mystery. It was more magical than words can say. From that day on, Zain carried a pinch of dream dust with him, sprinkling it wherever joy and wonder were needed. And sometimes, when the sky was just right, he'd catch a glimpse of the floating island, drifting in the clouds, waiting for the next brave soul to find the crystal lantern and discover the magic hidden within their own heart. Thanks for watching our video and stay tuned for our next exciting story.